Alright, today we are doing square and square root. You might be already aware what is a square. A number multiplied with itself gives us the square of that number. And what is a square root? The numbers which we multiplied, the same numbers which we multiplied is called the square root of that number. For example, let me explain this. Suppose you have 1, the square of 1 is 1. Then suppose we have 2, the square of 2 is 4. If we have 3, the square of 3 is 9. Suppose we have 4, the square of 4 is 16, and if we have 5, the square of 5 is 25. Now, what is the square root of 25? The square root of 25 is 5, the square root of 16 is 4, the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 1 is 1. So, if we square it, we have to multiply it with itself. Now, the square of these numbers are this thing, and the square root of these numbers are these. The square root of 25 is 5 and the square of 5 is 25. Similarly, we can do it for bigger numbers like 100. The square of 100 is 10000, which is 10,000, and the square root of 10,000 is 100. Now we have methods to find out the square of any number and the square root of any number. Now we shall start with the square first. Square of any number. Square of. Now suppose the number given is, say, you have 25. The square of 25 will be 25 square. We can write it in this form. Then in the next line we will write 25 into 25, and 25 into 25 gives you 625. Let me show for one more question. Suppose it is like 60. Then the square of 60 will be 60 square. We can write it as 60 into 60, which will give you 3600. Now, here we are simply multiplying to find out the square, but the question can be like without actual multiplication. Without actual multiplication. Or they might also ask you like using identities. Using identities, find the square. Now let me solve for the same question. Suppose the number is 25. We have to find out the square of 25, but we want to multiply without actual multiplication or using the formula, or by using the formula. 25 square, we can't multiply them directly, so we can write this 25 as 20 plus 5. 20 plus 5 will give you 25, and 25 had a square, so this number have a square in it. Now use the formula a plus b the whole square. You already know these identities, you have studied earlier. A square plus 2ab plus b square. This is the identity. In case you have minus, suppose you have a minus b the whole square, we can write it as a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now in this case we are going to use the plus formula, so we can write it as a square. The first number is your a and the second number is your b. A square plus 2 times ab, 2 times ab, so 2 times a into b plus b square. B here is 5, so we can write it as 5 square equals to 20 square becomes 400 plus 2 5s are 10, 200 plus 5 square is 25. If we solve it furthermore, we can write it as 400 plus 200 is 600, 625. This is how we solve without using the direct multiplication or without actually multiplying this using the identities. Now let me show for one more question and then we'll move to the next topic. Suppose the question is, instead of 60, let me take it as 62. Suppose we have 62 square. Now to solve this, we can write it as 60 plus 2 the whole square. This is again in the form of a plus b the whole square. We can write it as 60 square plus 2 into 60 into 2 plus 2 square. This is in the form of a square plus 2 into a into b plus b square. Now 60 square will give you 6 6 are 36 00 plus 2 2s are 4, 4 6 are 24, 240 plus 2 2s are 4. If we add up all these numbers, we get the answer. Now 36 plus 2, 38, 44. 38, 44. This becomes the answer. Alright, the next thing is Pythagorean triplet. What is Pythagorean triplet? Let me explain Pythagorean triplet first. Now, triplet means three numbers. Three numbers which justify the Pythagoras theorem are called the Pythagorean triplet. Now, what is again Pythagoras theorem? Let me explain Pythagoras theorem first, and then you will understand what is Pythagorean triplet. Now, Pythagoras theorem says that if we have a right angled triangle, and in this right angled triangle, if we have all the three sides, this is called the hypotenuse, this is called the perpendicular, and this is called the base. Now, this hypotenuse is always equal to the sum of the other two sides in square. All of them should be in square. We can write it as b square plus p square. This is Pythagoras theorem. You need to memorize this one and also remember this. We are going to use this in many chapters, especially in trigonometry. This is needed. So we need to find out the missing figures using Pythagoras theorem. Now, how to find the Pythagorean triplet? That means if any of the number is given, the other two numbers or other two pairs of that number can be calculated using the formula m square plus 1 will be one of the number, and m square minus 1 will be the other number. Now, suppose the question given here is find the Pythagorean triplet. One number will be given. Out of these three, one will be given, and the other two we need to find out the other two numbers which will make the triplets. Suppose find the Pythagorean triplet. Suppose the number given is say 6 again. First of all, we will take it as 2m equals to 6, and we will first find out what is m here. M equals to 6 divided by this 2, will bring it here, and we will cancel it. Both the numbers are divisible by 2. 2 3s are 6. So m here is 3. Now, the other two numbers of this Pythagorean triplet will be m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. This thing you need to memorize. Now, m square, m is 3. 3 square plus 1, which will give you 9 plus 1, which becomes 10. And m square minus 1 is 3 square minus 1. 3 3s are 9 minus 1 will give you 8. So these are the numbers. 8 and 10 are the two Pythagorean triplet of 6. So therefore, the required Pythagorean triplet is 6, 8 and 10. 6, 8 and 10. 6 they have given, and the other two numbers are 8 and 10. Together they are called the Pythagorean triplet. Let me show you for one more question, and then we'll move to the next topic. Suppose the number given here is say 20, and you want to find out the Pythagorean triplets of 20. First of all, we need to find out what is m. So we'll write down 2m. Let 2m equals to 20. So m will be equal to 20 divided by 2. Both the numbers are divisible by 2. 2 1s are 2, 0, 10. We got m equals to 10. Now, after getting m, we will use the formula, which is m square plus 1, m square minus 1. This is again the formula. Remember this one. Now, m square plus 1. Now, replace the value. M here is 10. So, we can write 10 square plus 1. 10 square minus 1. 10 tens are 100 plus 1 and 100 minus 1. 100 plus 1 will give you 101. 100 minus 1 will give you 99. So the required triplets, the required Pythagorean triplet is 20 was given, 99 we have calculated, and 101 we have calculated. These three numbers together are called the Pythagorean triplet. Next thing is square root. For finding square root, basically we use two major methods or formulas. One is prime factorization and the other is long division. There are other methods as well, like repeated subtraction and so, but those formulas are not used for solving. We use basically these two methods. One is prime factorization and the other is long division. Now, how to use these two formulas to find the answers or to find the square root of any number? Let us see. First, we will start with prime factorization, and suppose the number given here is 4096. This is a perfect square number. Now, 4096, we need to find out the square root of 4096. In order to find out the square root of 4096, we need to write down square root of 4096 equals to, the method is prime factorization, so factorize this number. 4096, we are going to prime factorize it. Prime factorization you have learned earlier also. This number is divisible by 2. This is an even number, so we'll factorize by 2. 2 2s are 4, 0, 2 4s are 8, 2 8 are 16. Again with 2, 2 1s are 2, 0, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8. Again with 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Again with 2, 2 2s are 4, 1 comes here, 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12. Again with 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, then 2 8 are 16. Then furthermore with 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 4s are 8. Again with 2, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. With 2 again, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12. Again with 2, 2 8 are 16, 2 4s are 8, and 2 2s are 4. Now we got only 2's here. So 4096 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. How many 2's we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 2's we have here. So we can write down 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me continue here. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we will make pair. 2 we will write it as 2 square. These 2 we will write it as another square. These 2 will make another pair. These 2 square. Then these 2 and these 2. 2 square and 2 square. Everything is inside a root over. Now we know square and root can be cancelled. Square and root over can be cancelled, and we are left with only 2, 2, 2, 6 of them. And if we multiply all these 2's, we will get 2 2's are 4, 4 2's are 8, 2's are 16, 16 2's are 32, 32 2's are 64. So this becomes 64 as the answer, and we are using the prime factorization method. This is prime factorization method. The next thing will be long division method. Let me take the same number using long division method. Suppose the number is, let me take the same number, 4096. Now first thing is we need to make pair. Now for making pair there is a rule. If the number is in decimal form, this is how we work. From decimal, here there is no decimal, so we will consider decimal is at the end and we will make pair from here. These two will be pair and these two will be pair. Suppose the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and decimal is here. In this case, we are going to start making pair from here. This two number is pair and this is alone. From here again to the right, this two number is pair and this is alone. Let me show you furthermore. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now decimal is here, suppose. Then we will start making pair from the decimal. This two pair and this two pair, this two pair and this two pair. If we had a 9 at the end, then this was supposed to be alone. And if we had a 5 or any number at the beginning, then this was supposed to be alone. Pair starts from decimal. Now here we don't have decimal, so we will consider decimal is at the end and we are going to find the square root of it. The first thing is, the first pair is 40. So find a perfect square near to 40. A perfect square near to 40. Suppose we have 5. 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36 and 7 square is 49. Can we take 49 in 40? No, it is not possible. We have to take exactly this or less than this. We cannot take more than this. So we cannot take 49. We will be taking 6 square is 36. We will take. So 6 are 36. Now close this one and bring this 6 here. The number which we have just written on top needs to be brought here, and we will add these two numbers and subtract these two numbers. The outer numbers will be added and the inner numbers will be subtracted. Now if we add these two numbers, 6 plus 6, we will get 12, and 40 plus minus 36 will give you 4. In 12 table it is not possible to get 4, so we will bring the next number, and the next number pairs will come together. We cannot bring only 9, we have to bring 9 as well as 6. Now this number 12, we need to take 12, and with 12 we will take a number and multiply with the same number. Like if we take 1, we will multiply with 1. With 12, if we take 2, we will multiply with 2. With 12, if we take 3, we will multiply with 3. Now 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. This is not equal to this. We have to either make it equal or slightly less. Now suppose it is 3, 1, 2, and if we are taking 4, we need to multiply with 4. Now 4 4s are 16, 1 comes here, 4 2s are 8 plus 1, 9, 4 1s are 4, 496. This is 496. So if we multiply with 4, we get the answer. If we multiply with 4, we get the answer 4, 9 and 6. After subtracting, nothing is left. So the answer is 64. Root over 4096 is equal to 64. This is the answer.